Okay, so I've got my Gemini here. You could use your Gemini or your Junior. I'm actually going to be using my Gemini with my Junior plates. I'm sure you've seen our Sarah do that many times, and that's just for speed crafting. So Junior plates through the Gemini just means you get a 9-second pass in your Junior machine. Oh, I can hear myself. That wasn't very good, was it? Let's just turn that down, because that's going to be, there we go. That's going to be annoying. Right, I've muted myself. So what we've got here is all the little bits to make a really pretty card for some special friends. Now then, we've got our square card base and my favourite best glue in the world, in my opinion. I'm sure you guys have all seen that on our Facebook Lives that we've been doing for you recently, and I've no doubt you've probably got it in your stash. If you haven't tried this glue, what are you waiting for? That's all I've got to say, because it really is, in my opinion, the very best glue in the world. And you're probably wondering why. Let me just... Somebody hasn't been a good glue user before. That's it. Marvellous. So, why is it the best glue in the world? Well, you've got a wet glue here, which is not water-based. So that means it doesn't soak into all of your pretty papers. So if you're doing your matting and layering with all of your scrapbook papers, and etc., it won't soak in and make it all wavy and horrible and wet. Then, because it's a wet glue, you've also got manoeuvrability. So let's say I don't have that in the right place. What I can do is pick it up and reposition it without any worries at all, or worrying about the fact that it might not stick again, because it absolutely will. Another really good thing, I'm going to bring in one of the fancy cards here and do something really radical. I'm going to drop a blob of this glue, let's just open it up again, on that really lovely card that somebody's made. Tragedy, tragedy, it's like the song Tragedy, but do you know what, I can just pick that away, rub it off, it rolls into a little ball, and that hasn't marked that fancy paper or card at all. That is crucial if you're a horrible messy crafter like me and you get glue everywhere. So it's got manoeuvrability, it's a wet glue that doesn't soak into your papers and make them ripple, and you can wipe it off if you get it where you don't want it. So I'll ask you again, what are you waiting for? It really is a fantastic glue. So I'm just doing my matting and layering now. So I've got my card base ready. I've got another little square ready here, which I'm going to pop in the middle, ready for my little circle sentiment. And I've just used a pretty embossing folder to put some little bit of dimension on there. You can see with those little dots. And then I've got all of my pieces ready here, and then I've got my pieces ready to cut out. So what I've done is make a, can you see? Look how sparkly that is. Look how beautiful it is. So just with your sparkle pens, or pots of sparkle that are coming on the show with Sarah this HSN. How amazing will that be? Do yourself and watch. I did a massive Facebook Live where they couldn't shut us up and they were trying to throw us out the studio with all of the sparkle pots. I'll share it again in this group for you so you can see it. Go and make yourself one of these backgrounds as I showed you on that live, and then we're going to die cut it to make the little sentiment all sparkly. So I've got my little special friend sentiment here off this packet. Just put that lying down there, can go anywhere, doesn't really matter which. And then just build up your sandwich. I always build mine up back to front, so you'll notice I've got my cutting plate, my bit of sparkly card, my sentiment pointing down, then I've got my shim, then I've got my magnetic, then I've got my top plate, and I'm just going to pop that through, without the card, my Gemini machine. Brilliant being able to use your Junior plates widthways in your Gemini, especially if you've got a big Gemini machine at home, because it just means you get the speed of a Junior, but then you've also got the size of a Gemini should you have larger projects to work on. So that will have cut beautifully, and look, it didn't even take any effort at all. Look how amazing that is, really quick and easy. It just popped right out of the die effortlessly. You can see that there. Let me just pick that up on a piece of white card and show you. So you can see that special friends there. How fabulous does that look? And cut out, it just fell out. I didn't even have to tap it. It just happened. But what I have got is the waist from the middle. I've got a nice little circle to use later on if I want to, or I could layer that up inside if I wanted to continue with the sparkly effect. Entirely up to you. So now that I've got that cut, and cut really quickly and easily, what I can start to do is put this together. So I've got my little guys here. I must show you this. I think this is really important, and I'll show you how to line them up. Look at this. I've been so organised with the little bag and I can't get the little bag open. Really, I need a training coat. That's it. Marvellous. Right. So that's ready to go. And then I've got my two little guys down here which we've stamped, the lovely little cat and dog. And you've got your cat and dog die, which also lines over so you can see them there. And look how we've included the aperture. Can you see that? So you can line it up and see exactly where you'd need to cut to get them cut out perfectly. And all you would do is use a little bit of your repositionable tape, which I'm going to get here. I'm going to tear that in half. I was trying to bite it in half, that didn't work very well. Let's cut it with our scissors. And then I'm going to hold that down in place there, where I want him to cut, so I can see where he is. There he is there. Get it the right way. Oh look, it's got lipstick on, lovely. And then on this side too, you'll do a better job than me, I'm sure. Fingers and thumbs. There we go, on that side too. And then you would run that through the machine. And when it comes out the machine, that's what it'll look like. And then we've coloured it in. So we've got that lovely little brown doggy and that little grey cat there ready to go on the card. Really simple and easy to do that, guys. I'm not going to make you watch me do that though, because we've got so many things that we need to have a look through. It's exciting. Now, I'm sure many of you at home have got your Xyron machines. So what I've done here is with my Xyron, I've just run my little sentiment through, and oh dear me, this is another one. See, give us a pokey tool. Get the scissors out. Hang on, get a craft knife. Do you have trouble with these as well at home? I'm sure you do. I'm sure it's not just me. Right, let's see if that's helped us. Oh, there, got it. Hang on, marvellous. It's off. Let's get this off here. There we are. Perfect. Right. So that bit goes in the bin, and then our sentiment's left with the sticky on. Now, you've got several options here. You can do one of a few things. You can 3D some layers up, or you can leave it nice and flat. So it's entirely up to you. Let's have a look at the options that we've got. So you would have your special friends like this, and then with the matte and layer die that comes in, the little scallop circle, you could put the little scallop circle in there, and you could do it with the glitter if you wanted, or you could do it with maybe some matte mirror if you wanted, or you could do several, and you could decide to have that dimensional and high or flat. The choices are yours really. It depends on how much dimension you want to have on your project. And then I've just done a couple of little die cut hearts as well. I'm going to go with dimension, and I'm going to go with the glitter card. That's what I would like. So fast forward to my one that I've got on my Xyron background here. So this is all nicely glued, ready to be stuck down. So peel that off, line up where I would like it to go, and then stick it down. Perfect. So that says special friends, and remember it was in that lovely glittery cardstock. I've then got my 3D glue gel, which I'm sure you've probably seen on our Facebook lives as well, which is brilliant for all of your dimensional work. So I've just put some of my 3D glue gel on the back of there, and I'm going to raise that little matte layer up in the centre. I like the look of that. I've got my little cat and dog here, which I've coloured in with my tri-blend markers. You've seen those last time our Sarah was on HSN, and you adored those. So if you've already got your tri-blend markers, they're going to work fantastically with all of the little stamps we've included in this set for you. And stick them in the middle. I want them to be standing out proud. And then I've got a couple of little love hearts here, which I've just die cut. You could do it with the die cut, or maybe you've got a little heart punch at home as well. Use a little heart punch. And that was just out of the spare pieces of sparkly card that was left when I die cut. Just punch them out of there so you're not wasting any, and you're making your own little embellishments with a little gem. And there we go, all done and dusted. Just straighten that up. That's the joy of that Collall all-purpose glue as well. It wasn't quite straight, it was on a bit of a squint, and I've been able to straighten it up lovely. And there you go, really quick and easy, is it not? Very simple to do, but wonderful, having that sentiment in a very different way.